At least before we get started, remember, none of this is financial advice. This is y'all just watching me do it. So we don't know what any of these apps are going to pay. We don't know if they ever pay or anything like that. So none of this is ever financial advice. And please just do me a favor and hit that like button before we get started. Helps out the channel a lot. I'm trying to grow it as best I can. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'm this close to 30,000 subscribers and y'all can help me out. I appreciate it. Welcome back to another video. This is just a video I wanted to do that was kind of fun. I mean, half of it is just me driving around, so how hard can that be? But you know, we have many festivals, especially this time of year, spring and fall, before it gets to be 200 degrees like the devil's underwear or something like that. um you know, we have a lot of festivals, fairs, church fairs, and different things, you know, as if Louisiana, South Louisiana, New Orleans area needed another reason to drink. But here we go. So Friday night, or Friday, this whole weekend that just passed was the French Quarter Festival, which is kind of a tamed down jazz fest type get together where they got bands, and but it's not as much of a party atmosphere as much as it's go and hang out on the river and listen to bands and that kind of stuff like that. But that's the French Quarter Fest. So normally you draw some very big crowds. So I wanted to go, you know, with the DEPIN projects we're in these days, like, you know, Chirp, especially Chirp Kage, where, you know, you're getting as many Bluetooths and SSIDs and stuff as you can. You want to go around these large crowds. So I wanted to I wanted to go cruise through there. I was hoping to get a little bit closer to the crowd, but it was kind of hard. So I just kind of cruised around the French Quarter and got some decent connections. Then also this weekend, just on the North Shore, what we call the North Shore of, you know, North Shore of New Orleans area, regional area, is a town called Ponchatoula. And Ponchatoula is famous for its strawberry festival. And some of y'all might think, oh, a strawberry festival, but it gets a little crazy, a little rowdy. During the daytime, it is more family friendly. We were there for 2 or 3 hours walking around. You know, I was going strictly to walk through to get these connections for Chirp Kage, take some Silencio readings and stuff like that, and then hit the road. My wife said she wanted to come take a ride, so sure, why not? And of course, she spent money, but that's what most wives do. So, you know, the other half of this video is going to be the Ponchatoula Strawberry Fest, and the crowds were crazy. These were record crowds. I spoke to some vendors, and they told me how they ran out of supplies last year on Saturday. So they ordered double their normal supplies, and they were running out Friday night or early Saturday morning already. So, you know, it was very crazy, but I'm gonna tell you, no issues. You'll see the crowds there, very packed, people on top of each other, but everybody got along during the daytime. The nighttime's a different story. It gets a little crazy. The families leave. It gets a little rowdy. And you know, me, in my own personal grumpy opinion, I think that if they would just shut that strawberry festival down at night when it gets dark, there would be no issues at all, and they wouldn't have any issues. But you know, we need to hear that. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see the first like 10, about 12, 15 minutes, I think, of French Quarter Fest, me riding around. Y'all can see me, you know, running my Chirp Kage and stuff like that. And I'll have it broken into chapters, of course. And then you'll see the Strawberry Fest. So if you get kind of bored watching me drive around the French Quarter and just complain about some of my apps, then you can skip ahead to the Strawberry Festival, which is a lot more interesting, a lot more crowded. Some of y'all probably get anxiety just looking at that video. One more thing I want to say is, for those who haven't noticed or didn't see my video yesterday, my Monday video, I have started after many people asked, a Discord server, the Grumpy Dad crypto server, Discord, whatever you want to call it. And in, I would say, about 48 hours, we've gotten over 50 people who have joined it. I thank everybody. I got 2 mods even help me now, and a standby list for another mod. I can't tell you all enough how much I appreciate the support. I'm trying to make it just like a one-stop shop. I'm planning on doing a full video on strictly that and what I expect of it, but just wanted to mention it here that in case y'all missed that, there's a link, first link in the description below is an invite link for y'all to come and join the Discord server. Come drop by, say hi, and It's a little application process you got to go through just to keep the bots and the scammers out. So bear with me. I'm sorry. And come jump in and say hi. And I guarantee there'll be somebody there that you know from another project, and come see what y'all think. So let's get to it. All right, so we're down in famous New Orleans again, close to the Riverwalk. It is the French Quarter Fest down here in New Orleans, and as you can see, it is packed. I'm parked here next to Harris Casino, right next to the sign that says no parking. But hey, I'm not the only one. There's a whole bunch of people behind us. But running my apps, I got NATIX, running Soarchain with their new tokenomics, and I'm not impressed so far. But you know, 22, and I've been definitely driving more than 2 hours. So we got that going on for us. And you know, we're also running one of my most favorite DEPIN apps that are out right now, and that is Chirp Kage. I have reset this several times because I'm not reset it, but claimed it because I'm trying to get these goals where I got 20,000 already for a single 6-hour scan. So that shows you that they want you to scan basically nonstop. You know, some people argue that you should be scanning nonstop for some reason, no matter where you're at. Well, this shows you that they want you scanning nonstop. So, and I'm also halfway, a little more than halfway, to 6,000 Wi-Fi networks scanned with another 20,000 bonus. So when I started, I was at rank 44 before I started out here. I started driving out here, and I'm down to 39. And I'm gonna make my rounds. As you can see, there are a lot of people out here, and a lot of cars, and I'm not even really close. I'm still several blocks away from the festival. I'm not going into the festival, I can tell you that right now. I had to come down here actually for something else, help a friend with helium device that he has on top of the roof of his building, and try to go work on that. So we're gonna keep riding around a little bit. It's 5:30 p.m. in New Orleans, and it's actually very nice out here. Very nice weather compared to what the weather's been for the last couple of weekends. So, you know, it's probably about 80 degrees out here. It's going to be probably 90 in a week or so. But we have we got some traffic, but I'm gonna keep cruising around. I'm gonna cruise around the French Quarter where it's not closed at, around the borders of it, kind of like what I did for Mardi Gras and Super Bowl. And I'm gonna see what I can do as far as this this app. And I'm also running 375 Go from the 375 AI project, also gathering some hexes for that. So we'll see how this is going, and you know, there you go. We're watching it go up. And the Wi-Fi just comes in bunches. It'll be 73 for a minute, and then all of a sudden it'll jump up to, there you go, see? So it doesn't make me a liar. So I found I'm not getting that many cellular connections because I was here 3-4 weeks ago for Mardi Gras. So we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated. We'll continue cruising around. If I see some good sites, I'll take some good sites, you know, some videos for y'all without looking like a perv or something like that, you know. Nothing too crazy. This is a very laid-back festival right here. They got French Quarter Fest. I'll post up some little info about it. But this is kind of like everybody sits outside, listen to some bands and music and that kind of stuff like that. This is kind of like the calm down, you know, festival compared to Mardi Gras and Jazz Festival and stuff. So we'll see. All right, we'll go cruise around some more, get some more tokens and project points and everything else we got. Let's look at who's at the Jazz and Heritage Festival. Oh, Jazz Festival. April 24th, May 4th. It costs way too much. It costs hundreds of dollars to get in that venue for tickets, but it's a good lineup. But I'm definitely gonna be passing by doing some DEPIN scanning then. So really all I'm doing is I'm driving around the French Quarter, if you're all familiar with the French Quarter. Bourbon Street's like 1 or 2 blocks that way, so I got NATIX going, And of course I got the Chirp Kage going. And all I do is every couple of blocks, I just stop and park. You gotta let that Wi-Fi catch up. Gotta let that Bluetooth catch up. And then once it kind of stable for a while and doesn't really do anything, I'll even hold it up. I don't care. I'll hold it up like this and just sit here parked. People don't know what the hell I'm doing. And once it kind of stabilizes, like I'll stop about 5 minutes. And then next I'll go up there, kind of where that car's moving at now, and I'll stop again and do it again until I feel I had enough. And what I'm also doing is also checking Silencio when it feels like working. And if I see I must have got this one a couple of weeks back, but if I see a venue that is first, because it's worthwhile for me to stop, I'll get out the truck and go walk around the sidewalk a little bit and do a Silencio reading. You know, but this is one of my issues with Silencio is you don't know what the sound was this day it was done, and this sound could be different now. But there's no incentive to scan new venues because it doesn't pay anything, so or hardly anything. The Silencio needs some work. It keeps crashing on me. It'll be in the middle of a scan, nobody's calling me, and it says the mic's in use, or it'll be done scanning, doing the ad. The ads are getting longer and longer. You press X like as if the ad's over with. The next thing you know, the ad's going again, and it's another 30 seconds. It's getting ridiculous. And then while the ad's playing, it'll tell me that the microphone's in use. Try again, and then clears out so everything I just watched was for no reason. Everything I scanned was for no reason. So Silencio's got some work to do, and I'm gonna try to capture some more of these issues, but I'm not really moving anymore on my Chirp Kage, so I'm gonna go ahead and move up some. All right, so we stopped at our next block and scanning some Bluetooths. Again, not too many cellular because I was just here about a month ago. You know, sometimes you get more cellular, sometimes you don't. I'm trying to block that sun. You can see the Bluetooth going up. Wi-Fi 503, so let's see what it jumps up to. All right, so we moved up and we went up 100 Wi-Fi like that. It must have hit a new cell phone tower because our cell phones jumped up also. So it's crazy. And this is the one time I don't mind getting stuck in traffic and going slow because I get more chances to do that. I wish I could, you know, find a place to park on side for a little while just to grab some more SSIDs and stuff like that, but it don't always work out like that. I'm not going to block the road like some of these people do. All right, so we stopped in another section of the French Quarter. Looks like I got 4,648. So I got roughly 1,300 left. 1,300 Wi-Fi connections, but it's getting late. It's 6:40. I gotta get home. So let's see if I can get lucky and grab enough. Maybe if I go pass by a hotel or something, I'll grab a couple of hundred in a row. I don't know. Let's see what happens. And I'm in that same spot, so nobody thinks I'm fooling around. And Soarchain disconnected. So right, we haven't done anything, haven't touched this phone, and it's like none of these apps, just nothing wants to work right. I'm having problems with Silencio. This has been an ongoing problem, but it's connected. It's gonna say it's connecting. Bluetooth just will not stay connected, and it needs to be addressed by Soarchain. Silencio and Soarchain, both of them pains in my butt and having issues. You know, DIMO's down here working. I checked that. It's working fine, but yet it pays half a penny a day. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how long. So it's 6:43 p.m. Let's see how long this thing stays connected until I notice it. So just in case anybody wants to use my code for 375 AI at 37, I'm sorry, or for Chirp Kage, it is this 4E430177. That's also in the description. So y'all can check that out if y'all want. Tell you, we get, it's very rare we get weekends like this down here in New Orleans. So we up to 992, but it's time to move on and catch another block so I can try to get closer to my SSID list. My SSID goals. So I was hoping I could hit 1,000 at least here before I leave. But there's 1,000, 1,006. All right, let's move up another block or two. All right, so he stopped right here, That's actually Bourbon Street, where you see all the people going across the road at, right there. All the people walking, if you can kind of see that. The car backing in is kind of blocking it. So we parked next to this 4-point Sheraton. I figured that might be a place to get a bunch of good SSIDs. So we're starting out with 1,000. It was 302 when I started out. You saw that. So we're gonna sit here for a second, watch some of the people watch some of the sites go by and stuff like that, and see how we do while we sit next to this hotel. So I've always told y'all, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck. As I'm cleaning up some SSIDs right here, I was literally 50 away from my goal of how many SSIDs I need in a daily missions reset. So I can tell you, I'm not getting 225. I'm not getting all this because I'm about done. So, you know, only thing I can hope for is that maybe I improve my number right here. I was 34 after this Mardi Gras, and then went up to 40. I was like 44 or something like that, 45, I forget what I said, before I left the office today and I came down here. So we'll just keep doing some scanning, see what happens on the way out, but I'm headed back towards the interstate and going head home. It's 7 o'clock down here. And this is the world famous French Quarter. Well, Bourbon Street, I mean. Got the windows rolled down so y'all can see it. Not really that crowded, but you got French Quarter Fest going on. So right down here, if you can see over this car, that's where the terrorist attack, that horrible attack that happened on New Year's. That was about, actually right up here, this block right here. So I gotta try to cross this road. So let me put my phone down and try to cross this road and see what I can do. But shot down Bourbon. Shot down Bourbon. And that's it. And again, that's not packed. That's a very light crowd for a Friday night, even with the French Quarter Fest. But I have a feeling that when this French Quarter Fest comes up, it's going to be crazy, absolutely crazy on Bourbon Street. I won't be here to see that. My crazy days are way over me. You know, we grew up out there, so probably way younger than our parents realized that we were out there. Back in the, I'm not going to age myself, but back when I was a teenager, they didn't really card too much. So you didn't have to worry about IDs and all that stuff like that. So let me figure out how to get out of here. So if you can see the crowd through here, coming down from the river up there, that is the French Quarter Festival. See all those people where that green and white covering is and all that. So, and this is Royal Street. Royal Street runs alongside Bourbon Street, parallel to it. And this gets so busy that they'll close this off also, with vehicle traffic and foot traffic and stuff like that. So. These are the barriers that they put in place after the terrorist attack, and they'll raise these up, and vehicles won't be able to cross on it. And this is the famous Pat O'Brien's, for people who are familiar with that. I've heard about it and stuff like that. You can see it's getting kind of crowded down here. We're on the cross streets away from Bourbon. We're actually about to cross Bourbon Street now again. I made a U-turn and crossing it again, but like I said, I'm headed home. If you see that green light, red light way up there, I don't know if y'all can see it. That's the main road to get out of here, and I'm getting out of here. I had enough. And as we get close to Bourbon Street, it's Bourbon Street. This is a different block where we were before, and it's crazy. just gets all calm after. And we got our stuff still shooting up. All right, so that was the French Quarter Fest right there. And now you can see us going over. This was Saturday. We spending several hours at the Strawberry Fest in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. Again, record crowds. If you get anxiety in tight spaces with a lot of people, you might not want to watch it, but check it out and you watch the Chirp Kage. It literally could never never catch up. I know how many connections I got at the end of this, and I know there was way more people than that. And you watched Chirp Kage, and it was doing its best trying to count people, and it just could not keep up. So let's check that video out. So as you can see here, this is just a random check on my way to the Strawberry Festival. And again, Soarchain's disconnected. As soon as you check it, it's like, oops, I got caught, and it connects back to Bluetooth. But this happened several times. Be where to keep the alligator at until everybody complained too much, but they had a live alligator right here. And this is a police unit with these stupid rims and tires. I can't believe that to be on a police car. It's cool on somebody's personal vehicle, but you know, I don't know about all that. My wife and daughter are leaving me. Probably going to shop somewhere. Then you got strawberries everywhere. Everybody, all the farms come out, they got strawberries everywhere. Name it. You got Silencio, you got these shops where we can walk in and stuff, and it's all first time because ain't nobody in Ponchatoula, Louisiana running these crypto apps. So, you know, people think YouTubers don't really do Silencio. Y'all know I hit Silencio hard, even with the raffle ticket issues and stuff. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then we'll watch our ad that's ridiculously too long. And while we got all these people passing by out here, we're in our Chirp Kage, and it's just slowly just packing them up. This has only been since I've been out here. I think I've been out here probably about 20 minutes already. I got almost 8,000 Bluetooths, 500 Wi-Fi's, and 34 cellulars. Because the cellular companies will also bring additional assets out here. So those are all new cell connections that I'm connecting to that's out here. So we're piling them up, piling them up. I got a feeling this Wi-Fi is going to jump up crazily. You know how Wi-Fi comes in bunches. I was hoping to kind of get it recorded while it does that. for this YouTube, this Wi-Fi to start climbing up. It's got to climb up more than that. Now it's starting to climb up. So you gotta love Silencio. So whilst the ad's going off, it says something was using my microphone, which there wasn't. And now it's just sitting here thinking about it. So I don't even know if I got credit for this. You know, the whole way up here I had issues, and I took some videos. I had issues of the Soarchain app. I had issues, and now all these venues that are here that nobody's ever checked in, and now my Silencio is not going to work. Isn't that wonderful? All right, we're going to try this one and see if Silencio will work with this one. I don't know if I said this before or not. These ads are just way too long. This is ridiculous. And, you know, it's all part of Silencio's downfall. I know I'm always negative, but you think it's over with. And you press done. So that's already been going on for 90 seconds. And then you press done, thinking it's over with. But no, there's more. You're still gonna wait, you're still gonna wait, you're still gonna wait. And then you got this ad. And let's see what we get. And now you can keep trying to get and watch more ads, but no, I'm not doing all that. So then now we're gonna sit here and see if we can find another venue. Brew and Brew is around the corner. And we'll see if we can get to Brew and Brew. And here's Brew and Brew. Still standing in the same spot, waiting for my wife to finish shopping at that store. And I've increased a couple of thousand Bluetooth, 649 Wi-Fi, so still packed. And I think everything will be over by the time I get my wife out this antique store. I don't think this can keep up with the amount of Bluetooths that are out here. I think that's the problem. Just let it sit. It's 15 seconds. This is what I'm talking about. I just did a venue, nobody's calling me, and it says my measurement's been stopped. I was in the middle of watching the ad, I'm not even trying to make a measurement. Silencio, you gotta do something with this. Because I don't know if I got the venue or not. Up to 15,000. telling you, I just think this is the most Bluetooths it can do at one time, and it just can't catch up. It's crazy. In line for my family to buy a frozen strawberry lemonade. Things I do for my family. Buy plants if you want. But I will tell you, I've tried many times. Strawberry plants are very hard.
Bro, put that ball in here.
Cake roll is new for me. So here's 375 AI or 375 Go. Hit that the whole way here and up to, because that's 112,000 hexes. So for the second day in a row, right before I hit the end of the mission, it resets on me. So this is what I have today from the festival: 33,000 Bluetooths, 1,500 cellulars, and 52 cellulars, 1,590 Wi-Fi's. And I was just about to hit the bonus for Wi-Fi's when the dang thing reset. So, you know, they make the 9-hour scans are easy, but these other ones they want you to do are absolutely like absurd. 3,000 new Wi-Fi networks. I walked around that park all day today, went all around 2 different parishes out here, shopping and eating, and I didn't get 3,000 new Wi-Fi's. So I got 1,500 new Wi-Fi's. Where do you think we're getting this from? 6,000 Wi-Fi networks. That's crazy. So this is what I'm ending with right now. I'm clearing this out. 33,000. My rank didn't even go up. That's crazy. I don't know how in the hell my rank is not going to go up. I'm at 71 here. 71 and 47 is my ranks here. And look, y'all saw me. I busted my butt. 33,000. So anybody wants to join Chirp Kage, this is early. You can get in. And again, you see what I've been doing, just walking around. They want you walking around and just scanning and stuff like that. Here's my code, 4E430177. I only got 1 of 10. Y'all go ahead and join. Make sure you have to use a fake iPhone, as I call it, Android phone, because it does not work on iPhones. But help me out, my referrals, please. So y'all can help join, get on. But I'm still expecting very big things from Chirp. So I think, you know, not financial advice, but it might be the time to get in. Especially this is just a free app. I'm at Target right now trying to drag my wife out of here and just walking around scanning. That's all you gotta do. So I get home and I check my Chirp Kage. Sure enough, that signed me out. I don't know exactly at what point because I wasn't really looking at it. But, yep, that signed me out, so I'm not scanning. Then I'm trying to close out NATIX after a 2-hour ride home, and it won't close out. Like, you can't make this up. The dash cam turned, like, this is all responsive. And it has internet, because it's not saying no internet. But it will not turn off. So I'm basically going to lose my 211 points. Maybe I just need to do a video, and I'll probably end up doing a video and just, why can't these programs all work right? We're not in testnet no more. This is ridiculous. And that's it. So it was a busy weekend. Y'all know, no rush for the weary, and I didn't rush because on Sunday I had to go drive 2 hours down. For y'all who follow my Wingbits videos, I have one of my #1 stations in Grand Isle, and I'm having at my new friend's fishing camp down there, and he has only Wi-Fi, which is inside, and I'm having a hell of a time keeping it connected. And it's weird because it'll stay connected for a little while, then it just disconnects, and I go out there and reboot it, and for some reason it comes back up, even though I can power cycle it and do restart and stuff like that. So I had to go drive down there Sunday. So it was a busy weekend, and then we're back at it at work again Monday. Hey, this weekend's Easter. Hopefully I get a little bit of relaxation time, spending with the family. And for those who won't see any of my videos possibly between now and Sunday, happy Easter to y'all, and hope y'all's families are blessed. And, hope everybody enjoys their time with their family and stuff. So thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all in another video.